Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar sent to gather all the princes, governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, to come to the dedication. Then a loud cry was made, commanding everyone that when they hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kind of music, all should fall and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship the image, shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. When the music was sounded, every one fell down and worshipped the golden image except Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But certain Chaldeans came near, and accused the Jews. They went to the king and said, Thou king hast made a decree, that every man that shall hear the sound of the music shall fall down and worship, and whoso falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men have not regarded thee, they serve not thy gods, nor worship thee your golden image. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? The king decided to give them that he is giving them another chance. If ye are ready, when you hear the sound of the music, ye fall down and worship, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, we will not serve your God nor worship your image. Then was the king full of fury, and his countenance changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He then commanded that the furnace should be heated 7 times hotter than it was. And he commanded his mightiest men to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then were they bound in all their apparel, and cast in the fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire killed those men that cast Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the midst of a fiery furnace. Then was the king surprised, and he rose up in haste, and said unto his counselors, Did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the fiery furnace, and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth. Then all 3 came forth out of the fire. When all the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, saw the 3 men, they noticed that the fire did not as much as singe a hair on their head, or burn their coats. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake, and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who hath sent his angel, and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any God, except their own God. So the king made a decree, that anyone who spoke a word against the God of heaven, would be cut in pieces, and their houses made a dunghill, because there was no other God to deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in the province of Babylon. This story reminds us that there is no God like the God of heaven, the same God who created mankind. It also reminds us that when we stand up for righteousness, God will stand up for us. Will you give him a chance in your life today? Please remember to like, share and subscribe.